resuming from Sri Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, this is the second chapter, the Nama Prakaranam. Generally, Nama, the nouns are also called Sangya, like, outside. Here, when we say Sangya, we mean the terminologies, definitions. But outside, like in Hindi also, when this is Sangya, so that means the nouns. Like, but here we say Nama, Shabda. We did Kartri and all. So today, the next word to decline is Krishna Rai. Krishna Rai. Krishna Rai, which ends with I Rama. Raya A Sabho. The I of the word Rai becomes A Rama when any Vishnu Bhakti beginning with Sa Rama or Bha Rama follows. For example, Krishna Rai plus Su. The Su begins with Sa. So according to the sutra, when we have a pratyaya beginning with Sa or Bha following, like Bhyam, Bhis, they all begin with Bha. Su or Sup, they begin with Sa. So in such places, this I of Rai changes to A. So it becomes Krishna Ra and we combine it, so we get Krishna Rah. Okay. And otherwise, Rai, Au, so we apply the Sandhi Sutra I. So we get Rayau, Rayah, Rayam, Rayau. And so only one sutra here. So when Sa or Bha is there, we change I into A. Otherwise, we apply Sandhi and so on. So this is the table here. Very simple. Krishna Rah, Rayo, Rayah, Rayam, Rayo, Rayah, Raya, Rabhyam, Rabhi, Raya, Rabhyam, Rabhyah, Rayah, Rabhyam, Rabhyah, Rayah, Rayo, Rayam, Rayi, Rayo, Rasu, Rah, Rayo, Rayah. So that's all. Krishna Rai. Okay, so now both of you, like we have two devotees here, you have taken out time to come and study today. So I'll present you with a bonus today. Uh, we'll learn a trick today by which we will be able to understand the sutras just by seeing the sutras themselves. No need of translation. So that's a bonus for today.
Oh, wow. This is very special, Prabhu.
Yeah. So again, the bonus thing. The next word is the word go, uh, which end with O Rama. So go is in the masculine gender when referring to a bull. Generally, when we say go, so conventionally everyone thinks, oh, go refers to cow. How come this word can lie in, the masculine gender and so and so. But when referring to a bull or so, we use the word go. Referring to cow and so on, we use it in the Lakshmilinga Prakaranam. So go Shabda is there. O Pandaveshu. O Rama becomes O Rama when the Pandavas follow. So Go plus Su. Now Su is a Pandava. So O turns into O and we get Gous. And then Sara Rama or Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Vedante, we get Go. So this is how we get Go. The original, the Pratipadikam, the original word is Go. And 1.1 is Go. This was new for me when I was learning. Very new. Like I knew Go, but didn't know that the root is Go. Then O plus O, O becomes O Pandaveshu, and then O Av. So we get Gavo, similarly Gavaha. Then when 2.1 is there, the Pratyaya so the sutra says O A Shasor Nacha Sonaha. O Rama becomes A Rama when or Shas follows, and the Sa of Shas does not become Na. So O becomes A. So Go plus So is there. So by the current sutra, O A Shaso, the O becomes A, and then the Dashavatara Shasor Aramahara. After the Dashavatara, A is deleted of and Shas. So we get Gam. Then Gavo, and then 2.3, O becomes A by the current sutra, and then the A of us, the Shas is deleted. The Dashavatara Shasor Aramahara. And then we combine, and then Sara Rami or Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Dante, so we get Ga. So from the 10th canto, when Lord Krishna and Balram, they became Gopalas actually, on Gopashtami day. So there's the famous verse from 10th canto, Gash Charayanto, if you know, if you have heard. So that Gash Charayanto, that's actually this 2.3. Gah Charayanto, and Sandhi has happened there. So basically tendering the cows, 2.3. Gah Charayanto. So this is how actually we apply. If we have learned the derivations, we know the tables, we know the forms of each vibhakti, each vachana, then we can actually match, uh, you know, identify the forms in the running Sanskrit shlokas, the commentaries, and all, and then they will make sense to us. So yeah, ga and then go plus a, o of, gava, go bhyam, go bhi, and so on. When ngasi 5.1 or 6.1 is there, go plus ngasi. So eobhyam ngasi ngasor arama haraha. There was a sutra 121. After orama, the a of ngasi is deleted, so we get goes and then sararamir go. So this was the go table. Hmm. The last word of the section is glow. A-I-O-O. So glow means moon. So it's simple glow, O, Av, Glavo, Glavaha, and so on. Nothing, no new sutra for this. So thus ends the declension of the masculine words ending in a Sarveshwara. So here we complete the first section of this chapter. These are the masculine words ending with Sarveshwaras. Haribo. So now you
Right.
practice and come with doubts, if any. Uh, yeah, if you practice normally, also, I don't believe you will get doubts. Now, coming to the bonus part, let me mark down the page number first of all. 156.
It's interesting actually, Prabhu, that you bring this up today because I was just thinking this week
Uh-huh.
about how to understand the sutras and trying to understand exactly as you're saying. Um, so it's very serendipitous.
Yeah, even for that Sunday thing, right? I mentioned the app thing, and you said the same thing. You were thinking of that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's coming along. There's just a few little
Uh-huh.
technical things I need to clean up with the Devanagari and Bangla script, but
Yeah,
once I get some time to do that, it'll be ready.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So this is from the Vritti of Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami personally writes this, the trick, and it's in Sutra 93. Um, okay. So maybe you can also make notes. Um, that would be good as well. So what to do? Shall I write? Shall I type? So there are few things. I think I should type, not write. Let me.
Yes, Prabhu, it's much clearer when you type, actually.
Okay, I will do that. I was in illusion thinking my handwriting is good, but it's not.
It's not that, it's that the typing also I can cut and paste and put in my notes later.
Yeah, so I was trying to bring the real aim. So there are a couple of things in a sutra. Um, we can say like elements of sutra or in a sutra, different elements in a sutra. You know, what are they? So one is the purva nimitta, or you can also say prang nimitta. You know, prak and prang. So prang nimitta. So that means the former cause. You know, a cause which is lying before, like former cause. Then there is the paranimitta. Paranimitta is the latter cause, a cause which lies afterwards. Then the third element is the karya sthan. One second. Okay, the karya sthan, or you can also say kari. So this is the place of operation. So this is basically the place where the vidhi, the operation, the grammatical rule is applying. Where it could be like deletion, it could be insertion, or it could be replacement. Basically, it's to do with the replacement or deletion. So that's the place of operation. Karya sthan. Karya is the operation and sthan is the place. So the place where the karya takes place. And the fourth thing is the karya itself. Karya. You know, the vidhi which is applied. Okay. So these are the four things mainly. Purva nimitta, that's the prang. Purva nimitta, paranimitta, the karya sthan. So when we say former cause, so that lies before the karya sthan. And when we say paranimitta, the latter cause, that lies after the karya sthan. You see? So the purva and the para, that depends on the karya sthan. So if it is lying before the karya sthan, then it's the former cause. If it's lying afterwards, then it's the paranimitta. Okay. So shall I move on your writing? Maybe I can move ahead. Okay. Now, okay, what to do after having read this, learned about this? Then Jiva Goswami further says, this is important. Panchami vibhakti is used when there is purva nimitta. To indicate purva nimitta, Panchami vibhakti is used. So for this, the fifth case is used to indicate the purva nimitta in the sutras. Okay. Then Shashti, okay, for a paranimitta, Saptami is used to indicate a paranimitta. The seventh case is used to indicate the karya sthana, the place where the vidhi takes place. Sixth case is used, and to indicate the karya itself, first case is used, prathama. Clear?
Oh, wow, I'm having lights go off. That makes so much sense now.
Okay, and
Based
then
based on all the sutras we've seen, I was noticing some of these patterns, but now it's absolutely clear.
uh-huh. So also one more thing. Sometimes in place of paranimitta, there is Vishaya Saptami. Um, so that's called Vishaya. Basically, it's like the scope. It's like we'll see more about this. The scope. Um, yeah, so that also takes Saptami. So so it could be either paranimitta or it could be either Vishaya. Both can't be together at one place. So it also takes the seventh case. So Vishaya basically means a particular scope of a particular kind of arrangement or situation or scenario or prerequisite it says or it asks for. We'll give an example shortly. So this is the pattern. We have to identify the cases, then we understand okay whether it is a purva nimitta, paranimitta, and so, and then we can connect the sutra. So that's why I didn't teach it in the beginning because we didn't know the forms. So that's why there was no sense of knowing the cases at that point of time. Now we know the cases, we know the forms. We know the tables, the pattern, so it will make sense to us now. Then, yeah, also it says sometimes we will see the word vina, you know, in the sutras. Vina. Vina means without. So when we see vina, the word vina, we will see a word with second case. So second case will be used with the word vina. So that's also one. This is interesting that due to the use of the word generally, all five elements do not have to be present in every sutra. So it's not that all the five elements will be present in all the sutra. No, there could be a paranimitta in some, there couldn't be, there could be puranimitta, there couldn't be, it could be like, so not all the elements are to be present in all the sutras. This is also. Now
But
let's,
Prabhu, sorry,
yeah.
uh, but just to be clear, to whichever ones are present, they will be present in this order. Is that correct?
Yeah, in this pattern, like, the cases.
All right, in that case, so it's not necessary that the Purva Nimitta will always come first, but you'll know wherever it is, it'll be the one in the fifth case.
Yes, we have to identify with the cases.
Okay, got you. Free word order after all.
Yeah. I mean, they will follow a pattern, but they can't be its free word order. So we have to focus mainly on the vibhaktis, the cases. So an example given here is the sutra itself, Sara Ramayor Vishnu Sargo Vishnu Padante. Now Sara Ramayoho, it's similar to Krishna Yoho, 6.2 and 7.2 Krishna Yoho. So this is the sixth case here, 6.2. And it also lies beforehand. So that's also a pattern. Puranimitta generally comes first, Paranimitta comes last. So that's followed most of the times. So that's sixth. So what is the sixth one showing? Indicates. What does sixth case indicates? It indicates the Karyasthan, the place where the Vidhi will take place. Okay, now what's the Vidhi? What will happen to Sa or Ra? Vishnu Sarga. The Vidhi is the Vishnu Sarga. It will, Vishnu Sarga will take place. Where it will take place? Sa or Ra Rama. Now Vishnu Pada Ante. This is Vishaya Saptami. Vishaya. This is not Paranimitta. Paranimitta would be okay if this is following, if that is following, something is following. But Vishnu Padante means if Sa or Ra they are situated at the end of a Vishnu Pada. So it is actually presenting a particular scope or like a prerequisite that Sa or Ra has to be situated in a particular situation, which is to be at the end of a Vishnu Pada. So this is not a Paranimitta. Paranimitta would simply be, like if Karama is following, if this is following, like in Sandhi Sutras, in Visarga Sandhi, for an example, uh, Ra Ishwarat Sarveshwara Gopalayo, if you remember the sutra. Ra Ishwarat Sarveshwara Gopalayo. So Sarveshwara Gopalayo, verse 7.2 Paranimitta. That when Sarveshwara or Gopal, either of them are following. So that's the Paranimitta. But this Vishnu Padante, Ante, is like Krishna, 7.1. It is representing the Vishaya, a particular scope. Does this make sense?
Yeah, this is making a lot of sense.
So similarly, you can pick any sutra now and you can try to figure out uh, the sutras in this pattern. Just remember this these elements and the cases. Okay, so yeah, that was it. That was the trick, the small one.
Prabhu, I have another little question. I understand. At the end of Sandhi Prakaranam, we learned about the six kind of sutras. So relating to this, we would understand that from the Karya, right?
I didn't get it, Prabhuji.
Okay, let me rephrase my question. Um, how do we understand what kind of sutra a sutra is? Is it that we can look at the Karya, the Vidhi, and based on what that is, we can understand what kind of sutra? I mean, some are obvious, like Samkhya sutras are very obvious, but some of them, to me, still are not so obvious.
Acha,
If
acha,
I'm
okay.
looking at a sutra.
For example, Sara Rami or Vishnu Sargo Vishnu Padante, okay? Now, in this sutra, what's happening is we are applying a particular vidhi. That is, we are doing Adesho Virinchi. We are replacing Ra or Sa Rama with what? Vishnu Sarga. So this is vidhi. So this is such sutras are vidhi sutras. So one of the six kinds of sutras is vidhi. Sangya cha paribhasha cha vidhir niyama eva cha. So this is vidhi sutra. Sa Rama because it indicates or it asks us to do the vidhi. Now there was one sutra that okay, after like if you remember from Vidat, just 2 minutes we'll be over with this. Is it fine?
Sorry, what was that?
No, no, I was mentioning to one of my students here for the next class. So just 2 minutes, I'm winding up this one. Yeah, okay. So in the Sarveshwara Sandhi, if you remember, um, we did, I, O. Do you remember those sutras?
Yes, yes.
And after that, Ayadinam Yavayorva, the ya and va ramas of, you know, all those four were deleted, right?
Right, right.
And after the deletion, there was another sutra, Tesham na sandhi nityam. Then after that, we can't do any more sandhi. For example, te ime, an example. So what happened? One form was te ime, and another form was after the deletion of ya, it would be ta and ime, right? Now, if we look at this, we can actually apply further sandhi, which is advai midvai a, and we can actually turn it into teme. But the sutra said tesham na sandhi nityam. After the deletion of ya, we can't do further sandhi. So such sutras, tesham na sandhi nityam, they are pratishedh sutras, prohibitive sutras. It's prohibiting the application of a particular vidhi, which was to be applied by some another rule, which was a vidhi sutra. Are you getting the point, Prabhu?
Right, right. It's, I mean, very much a case by case basis. It's not like there's a particular catchword that you can say, okay, this is this sutra, this is that
No,
sutra.
no, no.
You have to see
We
the
have to see.
function of the sutra.
Yeah, and they are all
Okay,
scattered. They are all
okay,
mixed up, so we can't really make sections also.
okay. Right, right. I'm, I'm actually making a spreadsheet with a drop down tab next
Acha,
to each sutra so you can select. So that's one of my little
that's
side
fine.
quests.
Also, there's this thing. If you are really into it, uh, I think this will help. So, I think this one HNV important notes. So there was one devotee who was studying with me from me few years ago. He really did something wonderful. For Sandhi's memorization, Nama, Akhyata, Kharaka. You can just scroll this. You will, you might find something interesting.
Oh, wow, Prabhu. That looks great.
Yeah, he has done something.
Okay, okay, okay. I can see some of the things I'm trying to do now, he's already done. Excellent.
Yeah, so you can look into that, and I think that would be useful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll stop here. So with that, who's here? So yeah, I'll be traveling, so I'll let you know for the next class. So meanwhile, you can just practice, revise. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Perfect. Thank